In this video, we will look at time card line rounding and see how to round the times pertaining to job tasks. This is the scenario for this demonstration. A manufacturing company uses release production orders for their manufactured items, and they also sometimes use jobs whenever they bill their customers directly for services rendered. They would like to keep the runtimes accurate for any work done on production orders. However, they would like to round the runtimes for job tasks up to 15-minute increments. This means we need to only round job time for job tasks and nothing else. How do you do this? This is done through the shop floor line rounding rules page. So let's have a look. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to the shop floor line rounding rules page here. So we're going to create an entry. So any entry that is created here will round certain things. So we're going to create an entry here. We're going to select the shift pattern. I'm going to say that this is going to be the runtime field that we will round. The rounding is going to be always up, and we're going to say in increments of 15 minutes. So I'm just going to add a quick comment here. Okay, now the filter, this is where we can actually we need to add a filter here because we want to only specify job tasks, so any tasks pertaining to job documents and nothing else. So we're actually going to select the document type here, and we will specify jobs. Now I will also add another filter here just to show that this is possible. So we could be even more specific and say, actually, it's only these job tasks for which we want rounding. So I'm actually going to add an entry here. So I'm going to say any task from 110, or sorry, that is 1110 to 1210. So any of these job tasks will get rounded. Anything that's not within that range will not get rounded. So let's see how this works. Close that. Okay, so actually before looking at Shop Floor Insight, let's have a quick look at the time card. So we can see there's a time card here that is open. So obviously the customer, the employees on site. We've got one time card line, which is for work on a production order operation. And I'm going to scroll to the right here a little bit. So we see the entry creation time. And we also have a runtime of 0. So that indicates that the employee is likely working on this operation. So we're going to close that and see how the Shop Floor Insight application functions. So we're going to log in here with my employee. Okay, so there's the production order operation. So it's been running for a few minutes here. So I'm going to simply clock off, and we'll see here the runtime will get populated, but it will not round because there's no filter, there's no entry pertaining to production order operation. So let's just clock off. There we go. So we're above an hour, so an hour 0.08 hours. That's not rounded. So let's now go look at the jobs. So we're gonna actually just use this one job here. So I'm gonna take, so this is job task 1110. So I'm gonna take this one and clock on it. Okay, so I'm gonna wait just a few seconds here, and as we can see, the time here currently indicates 0. But because we've added a shop floor line rounding rule that says any job task between task number 1110 up to 1210, those tasks will get rounded up 15 minutes. So if I clock off here, I should see 0.25. And there we are. So obviously we spent a few minutes, and we in this case we would result with a time card line of 15 minutes. So let's do that again. This time I'm going to, we can select another. Actually, I'm going to select this one job task here, 1310. So I know that this one is actually outside of the filter. So this one should not get rounded. So this is just to demonstrate the rounding applies on specific job tasks in this scenario here. So waiting a few more seconds here, and I'm going to clock off, and we should see a decimal value representing time spent on this. So, all right, so let's just clock off now. So there we are, we see 0.01. So obviously this runtime was not rounded. So if we have a quick look at the time card, there we are. We can actually see the two job tasks here in the bottom. And we can also see, I wish to also point out that although the runtime in this case here did get rounded, we also see the entry creation time and the clock off time. So that's a total of 1 minute spent here. So these fields will remain as is, which can be quite useful in certain contexts. So this concludes the video on time card lines and rounding for job tasks.
Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content.